Hi there. Okay, so this week I'm actually quite light on products that I haven't already blogged about. It's been a really kind of heavy week product-wise, and I've managed to, for once, keep up with everything and get it all blogged. So I don't have a massive amount of stuff. Sorry, I'm going to wriggle in my chair. But one of the things that did come through is the Regenerate enamel product, re-enameling product, and it's a bit more of a health thing, so I tend not to deal with health really because I don't know really so much about it, and I find it quite hard to research because it's so technical. But so I've got Topline information for you about Regenerate, and this is the serum that claims to re-enamel your teeth by, I think it's up to 80%, which is it's 80% of common tooth problems are caused by enamel erosion. See, that's why I'm not a health writer. I'll be going all wrong with my percentages. So let me see. Oh yes, 82% of enamel is regenerated after 3 days if you use it once a month. I'm just honestly giving you the very top line information to let you know it's out there. I know I've seen this on the Selfridges website, but I will put some information in the box below. I imagine it's not cheap. There's also a toothpaste as well. Obviously, I haven't tried that yet to back it up. But the reason that I think this is a really good idea is because dentists are so expensive. So anything you can do to stave off the dentist has to be a very good thing in my book. It's one of those things like buying new tyres or something. It's like, oh, why did I spend my money on that when it's, you know, there's a very good pair of shoes just waiting for you. So anything that staves that off, I'm all for. Yes, I'll leave the information in the bottom, but it is out there. Obviously, try and have a look at their research, but it's quite impressive. It's got 5 patents pending. It's come after 9 years of research. I can't believe it's not going to do what it says it does because it's just absolutely adamant about it. So it's big news for dental products, I think. And what I also think is quite interesting is they must have had to, it's Unilever, I think, yeah, Unilever. I think they must have had to really, really keep this secret for all this time because there isn't a competitor brand that's doing this, and I imagine it's taken toothpaste world a little bit by surprise. But anyway, there you go. Another thing that I didn't make it on the blog this week but is absolutely lovely is Bology cleansing balm. If you like to do a balm cleanse, this is it's actually one of the lighter smelling ones. You know, you get these really thick balms and they can be very pungent actually, and they say, oh, it's relaxing, whatever, but sometimes no, it's not, it's just annoying. This is quite lightly scented that I really like. They say it's neroli and sweet basil. I've never smelled sweet basil, so I don't know if it's close to it, but it does smell quite sweet and a little bit lemony to me as well. But you would think that this would be very thick because it looks thick, but actually when it comes out, it's very, very soft and it doesn't feel heavy on the skin, which some balms I think can feel extremely heavy, but that's very, very light, and straight away you just want to do the massagey thing, which is so essential with balm cleansing. So, you know, if you like to cleanse with a balm, and actually it's smelling a little bit stronger now, but if you like to cleanse with a balm, this is a very, very nice one, and I would almost suggest that it's a summer balm because it feels more lightweight. Anyway, I will leave all details at the bottom. The next thing, I have blogged this. It's the Kerastase Discipline, which is the new range from Kerastase, and nobody actually ever knows how to say Kerastase. It's either Kerastase, Kerastase, but I've always called it Kerastase and I'm sticking with it. I don't care what it's really called because it's always going to be Kerastase to me. So, but what I find with all of Kerastase products, which is why I'm such a fan of the brand, is that they always make my hair, they make my hair respond really well. So, you know, when you see on the ads and they do that swishy thing and all their hair's just like comes down and and it looks so like it does that to my hair, where pretty much nothing else does. I mean, you do find some brilliant shampoos and conditioners, but really still Kerastase has the edge for me, and I tend to use the green one, which is Age Recharge. I don't really know what it's got to do particularly with aging. I think any of the Kerastase masks in particular are super. They all do the same thing in giving you that very swishy, shiny, fine feeling hair, I suppose. And actually one of my friends took me by surprise the other day, because she blow dries her hair. She doesn't separate it when she blow dries it. And I was astonished, because that's the closest way that you ever get to a professional blow dry, is to section bits of your hair and then blow them individually like the hairdresser does. And it's a right pain. It makes your hair last for ages longer. But it really, really does work. It works so much better, and so you don't just get that sort of a lump of hair, I suppose. So anyway, that's kind of it. So I'm really light on stuff. I've just I did a big blog post today. I woke up really thinking about the blogosphere and, you know, what we do in it and why am I doing it, and, you know, just one of those massive kind of thinking things that you don't really want to be bothered with, but it wouldn't go away, and it wouldn't go away, so I kind of wrote it out, and that's sort of how I feel like I have to do, because I've made a few changes in the way that I'm blogging. I've sort of taken it back to how I used to blog, and I've tried everything in between, and I have been, you know, back in the early days, I was the one going, no, bloggers shouldn't take advertising. They shouldn't take sponsored posts. And now what do? I take advertising and sponsored posts. You know, everything changes through blogging. And in the 6 years that we've been doing it, well, you know, there have been blogs around for longer, but mine's been around for 6 years. It's been such an evolution and continually expanding. And I never thought that I would want to take it back to how it was before. I always thought I'd be moving forward, but I think I want to take it back. So that means a little bit more of being, you know, I don't know, maybe is it hard on brands? I don't know, but, you know, I see so much in the beauty industry going on, and I get really annoyed when things don't work or they overclaim, because these are people, this is money, and money's really important. My friend's going all wrong, but money's really important. And, you know, I get a lot of feedback from people who are going, you know, my budget's not very big for beauty, so thanks for flagging this up as something worth having. And I take that really, really seriously, because, you know, I know the times when I've bought into the hype and I've actually gone out and bought the product and gone, oh, this is so disappointing. It hasn't done anything. So I never want to be responsible for that happening, and I kind of tend to take that quite seriously. But last year was a very difficult year personally, and I think I just went a bit doolally with my blog. I just felt so under pressure all the time, watching what everyone else was doing and thinking it's not good enough, I've got to do more. And now, you know, it's almost like I've become a Buddhist. I'm so zen about my blog now. I've just really taken it back to where I think I first started. And yeah, there's always going to be a commercial arm, but I take those really seriously as well. I would never promote things that I didn't think were things that I believed in, or that I hadn't really looked at properly. It just wouldn't happen, really. You know, sponsored posts, I always want to make them fun and worth reading, and so that it's not just all about me getting some money, that there's some value in it for the reader. So I think quite hard about them and try and make them fun and interesting, more so probably than posts that aren't sponsored. But yeah, so yeah, it's just kind of interesting. But anyway, it all sort of caught up with me this morning, where all my thoughts were going round and round and round about how brands treat bloggers, about PR blogger relationships, just everything. So there is a post on my site, and it's not that cohesive, I don't think, because sometimes when you're thinking in a rush and you've got a lot to say, it's quite hard to string it all together, but hopefully if you do get the chance to have a read, you'll kind of get the gist of it. But anyway, that's it from me for this week. I hope you have a great week next week. I think it's heading to be a super week weather-wise. I'm going off on holiday on Friday for 3 days with my girlfriends to Portugal, and literally all we do is lie about with some wine by the pool. We have such a laugh. We go out for dinner, read our books, just have lazy breakfasts. It's just absolutely lovely. And these are old friends who don't have anything to do with blogging, so it's a complete switch off for me, which is just such an absolute blessing. And one of the best things about it that I always say is that because we're like 7 women, grown-up women, when it comes to leaving the house, nobody has to say to each other, have you got your keys? Did you remember your cardigan? Did you shut your window? People can actually leave a house independently on their own. It's a revelation. Love it. Okay, have a great week. Bye.